Hi, I'm Carrie Giles, and this is my principal/administrator interview. I interviewed Amy St. Marie, who is my supervisor, because my principal was not available. So I asked Amy about what are some of the challenges that she encounters with addressing the needs of students who are at risk or with disabilities and their families. And she said that one of the real struggles at the preschool level is addressing the needs of children with a disability is Child Find itself. Child Find is part of IDEA, which requires all schools find children who may benefit from special education services. It covers birth through age 21. And schools have to evaluate children that have a suspected disability. However, part of the problem with preschool is because they're not in a school setting already, it's finding the kids. And we know that there's kids that are missed out there that needed services and show up at kindergarten. We're like, oh, we wish we could have provided some services to them. But, the family didn't know about it. We didn't know. And so it's putting the notifications out there to the community where I think kindergarten through grade 12, they're already in the school system, so it's easier to find all those kids. Another issue is with space. Amy said that she wishes that we could offer more center-based classrooms, but the elementaries fill up. We have classrooms in places that aren't even in the elementary. Maybe they've rented other spaces, and that just continues to be an ongoing problem. Some of the challenges is getting the community, how is she addressing these is putting the community advertisements out that we talked about for Child Find. There's a new trend that is pushing for preschool to have natural proportions. Natural proportions just means that the ratios would be more consistent with a natural environment in the world rather than, like right now, a lot of the classrooms are 50-50. So 50% are children who have an IEP and 50% of the children are typically developing. Amy said that she would love, that the space at the elementary school is limited. She'd love to have more center-based classrooms in districts. One of the ways to address this issue is to keep students in their more natural environment, which could mean having an itinerant teacher perhaps serve a child in the daycare or in the home. Challenges of addressing students' needs. One way that she addresses this is by having professional development. Amy believes that professional development is instrumental in dealing with the health needs and what we're seeing in the mental health needs and what we are currently seeing in younger and younger students. Another challenge or hindrance can sometimes be, she said, one example that she has is that when they feel, the IEP team, that students would benefit from receiving services in a center-based classroom or therapies with other students. However, the parent does not always agree with that. Sometimes, they'll agree to bring their child in one day a week to the school for services, and bringing the student into the school is a more restrictive setting than seeing the student at the home. These types of things can be frustrating for her, and she feels that it's not in the best interest of kids. Community resources. She talked about ODE, having professional development. State support team also offers trainings. They have collaboration with the Help Me Grow program and also interagency agreements within the local school districts that the ESC serves. The Renewed Mind offers trainings, and AIR also provides some online trainings that she takes advantage of. One instance that Amy talked about where there was a legal consequence that she had to think about was an issue where a special education director was not going to provide busing to a preschooler with a disability, but the child needed it to access free and appropriate public education. I think that she thinks that it could commonly be misunderstood that while preschool is not mandated for general education, the preschool special education services are required for a student with a disability. And IDEA covers kids from birth through high school graduation or 21, whichever comes first. So therefore, in a situation where preschool didn't have a way to get to school, the parents didn't drive, the child didn't have a way to access free and appropriate public education without the transportation. So just not everybody knowing the rules and what is required for preschool can be difficult and a legal consequence that she had to think about. And that's my presentation for interview with Amy St. Marie, the preschool supervisor. Thanks.